I just want to. I'm gonna let y'all do your show afterwards, but I just want to talk about Final Fantasy 15.
I'm okay.
Okay,
with
let's
that.
start there.
Yeah, that was to me by far the thing of the show at PAX. So Vince, Brian, and I were all at PAX. Max, you were not invited because of that one thing you did in Boston a couple years ago during the AC3 press event.
I ate a bird.
It just an entire bird.
A bird flew into the event space, and I thought it was swag or a promotional hamburger. And
I mean, they rented out the rare bald eagle,
Yeah.
and you actually took a bite out of one of America's 14 bald eagles, and it can no longer fly. So that's
I'm
One of
surprised
America's top 5 birds.
I'm surprised they didn't like fry it and cook it.
I'm still stuck on this promotional hamburger. I've been to many events in the last few years. I have never seen a promotional
That's
hamburger.
the biggest game journalist lie I've ever
Yeah,
heard.
the slider.
You've seen,
Yeah,
it's called a
dude.
slider, and they have it literally every
Okay.
event.
FES sliders.
I do stand corrected. If those count, yes, those are promotional hamburgers.
All right, okay, but you're all monsters, and I just want to talk about Final Fantasy.
Okay,
15.
let's talk about Final Fantasy 15.
So Mitch and I, Vince, you got to play a little bit of it,
I
sort
did.
of by weird circumstances
Yes.
because we threw you into it. We'll get into that, but Mitch and I sat down for about 3 hours and played episode Dust Sky, which is the demo that comes. It's not a demo because it's not going to actually be in 15. This is its own thing.
What?
So,
Oh,
so
really?
yes, this
Oh, wait,
is its
I didn't
own-
know that at
yes,
all.
this is
So it's
its own-
Final Fantasy 15 Ground Zeroes?
Yeah,
Yes,
pretty much. Yeah,
it
I mean,
is.
ostensibly, yes.
Okay.
So we play. This is the thing that comes with Type 0 if you buy it day one. So you'll be able to play this in about a week. And right off the bat, like there's a couple things on it that really just kind of blew my mind. It's that the game is impossibly gorgeous. It's one of the best looking games I've seen, and I've gotten to actually play. Yeah, playing
It's stunning.
Yeah, and it's not only is it like, man, yeah, the characters look great, and like the world's huge and really gorgeous, but there are so many little details that like we were capturing, and I moved towards this lagoon, and there was this giant dinosaur in the distance, and I sort of just wanted to capture some footage of it. But the way my character was standing on a rock, he like shifted his body weight, and he had his left leg lower than his right leg, and his right leg was like bent in a way, and he sort of was like moving a little bit to like maintain his balance. And then all of a sudden, one of the other party characters circles around, looks at his watch, and taps on it because I was standing there for too long. And he's like, "Are we gonna
That's
get going?"
awesome.
Yeah, it's like little details like this that are so unnecessary.
See, that's exactly what I want. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
So what's the control like? Like, I know the big complaint with like 13 was it was like too linear for the most part.
Sure. I mean, it's open.
this-
The demo right from the get-go is super open. They're like, hey, the car broke down and we need 20 grand in order to fix it, from the actual like gas station. There's a gas station in the game, like on a highway with real cars and food that you can buy. It's really bizarre.
No pepperoni sticks.
No
so 1 out
pepperoni
of 10.
sticks.
Side note, I love buying food in games.
Oh, it's the best.
It's really
Oh my
great.
god, you're
my
gonna
God.
love this game
Yeah, this
because
is such a
every
thing.
time you
Ever
camp,
since River City Ransom, I've loved buying food in games.
so every time you camp at night in this game, and this is when you camp is when you actually level up. So
Yeah.
like everything you've killed throughout the day, you cash in at the end of a night, and then you level up from there. But depending on the sort of the stuff you've gathered while hunting, there's a cook in your group, and he will make your party a meal, and the better stuff you have, the better your meal is, and the better stat boosts buffs you'll get for the next day.
Is that his whole job, or does he fight
No,
too?
he fights too.
Oh, he
He's
fights
just
too.
like
Wow.
also the cook and the dude bro fest.
Putting that guy to work.
But like it ranges from like sirloin to like
Flame
an egg
broiled
breakfast.
toast.
And if you don't have anything, he makes the team flame broiled toast, and an image of just a piece of toast comes up, and you guys don't get any buffs for the next day.
Oh man!
If you start your next day late, does your character just run around with the toast in his mouth? Like,
Oh my god,
that's an anime joke for those of you who enjoy anime.
it's pronounced anime.
Anime.
The battle system is super fun. It's real time, combo driven in that your main character has like 5 different types of melee weapons. Like you have quick swords, you have lances, you have Zweihanders, which is German for a two-hander.
Wow. I'm okay with that. I think that's exciting. I think I'm interested in it.
And the way you sort of order them dictates how your combos roll out. So if you put your Zweihander as the first weapon, you're going to start off with a really slow, broad, powerful strike.
Yeah.
Whereas if you put, like, that's how Mitch was playing, and so he would do sort of an area of effect thing and then go in with quicker blows. Whereas, like, I went from sort of fast to slow, and so my character would just...
What would you compare the combat to, like in terms of how you're pushing the buttons to make this stuff happen? Because we haven't really seen that.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually holding the button, so it's holding square, and the combo, and you're doing this all at the same time while monitoring your MP, which is it's a gauge that refills, but that's how you warp in and out of combat. You do sort of like it's like the blink in Dishonored.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
You're also doing techniques, which
Yeah.
are like, sort of Dragoon strikes or these big like sweeping Tempest strikes.
And those are mapped to triangle, right?
Those are mapped to triangle, yeah. But you have to monitor all of these at the same time, because if your MP meter gets to 0, you're sort of just like
So-
useless for a little bit. Yeah.
At risk of sounding totally stupid, would you say that this is sort of throwing the entire like Final Fantasy battle system out the window as we know it, or is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not. It reminds me most of Final Fantasy XII's Gambit system. I don't know if you guys played that, but it's sort. It was more of you're sort of. A lot of it goes into the preparation beforehand, and then that's how your character reacts in battle. But everything was in real time. There's no as soon as we loaded in, there was no more loading, and so when enemies approach you, you just enter combat. It's not even like Chrono Trigger.
It's
where
not
the
like
camera
you're
resets.
walking in this totally empty field and then this giant house shows up.
No, totally. Yeah, exactly.
That's incredible because I was playing some Monster Hunter over the weekend,
Yeah.
and I guess I forgot how luxurious it is to run around a world that doesn't have a loading screen every 50 feet.
Seriously,
You know?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, really great. The demo's weird in a really good way. I mean, aside from that gas station stuff, there's like a random chocobo ranch you come across with just super silly characters.
Did you get a sense of how much gameplay there's, how big it is, how long it is? Or...
I mean, in the 3 hours, we didn't finish we didn't do everything. We barely finished the main thing. So there's a bunch of side quests. There's evidently there's this cave that's like a super high level dungeon that Mitch and I didn't even find.
I saw
And
that
this
in
is
the video.
this is a standalone thing.
Yeah.
And they're selling it.
No, it comes with a Final Fantasy Type 0.
Got
so
it,
if you
got
buy
it.
Type 0, I mean, it's the Metal Gear Solid 2 demo on Zone of the
Yeah,
Enders or
but-
Final Fantasy 8 on Musashi.
But possibly even longer.
Totally, yeah,
yeah,
it's
way
crazy.
longer.
It's really
and
cool.
it's cool because I like the idea that it's its own thing.
Yeah.
Like this is
Yeah.
it's sort of a prequel, but it seems like this is going to exist partially through the story.
That's so exciting.
Do you know if anything carries over that you do?
I don't. I would bet no.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't actually know.
You can't just pocket some delicious
Toast.
some toast, save it for the main
some
game.
aged 2015 toast for
flame
whenever this
broiled.
game
I'm going to
get
tell a
toast
very
armor
short,
next
very
one.
quick story. But I was friends with a kid in elementary school who was rather portly, and he used to bring frozen waffles in his pockets, and then he would go to gym class and run around where they would warm up, and then he would stop after a nice jog and pull them out of his pocket and eat hot, soggy waffles.
Where's he now?
He's a comedian.
Is he really?
Yes.
And his name is Mike Drucker. He's really a comedian?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I had a friend who would take the dinner rolls that they were throwing away from the cafeteria and just like stuff them in his big winter parka, and then we'd be sitting in math class and he just like produced this like weird little
Yeah,
weird
like a pigeon man.
very much.
He's like the.
He was not portly. He was this really scrawny guy who would just be wearing this giant like FUBU parka, and he just would like pull
He
out
just
this
wore
tiny
giant
roll.
bread jackets.
You could
like
hide
the-
all sorts of loaves in that parka.
He's like the strange pigeon lady from Home Alone 2 Manhattan
Yeah.
Madness.
Yeah.
Yeah. So